Hello everyone and welcome to the final 10 hours of Big Game Hunter. Naturally this time we're going to be heading to the tier 3 dinosaurs, the Oculiapterosaur, the Malatops and the Pavasaurus Rex. These require 94, 95 and 96 Hunter respectively, as well as 74, 75 and 76 Slayer to catch them. If you haven't seen the tier 2 video that I made on these, I suggest you go and watch that if you're interested in the setup, because in that video I went through in great detail all the setup as well as all the boosts that I have unlocked. At tier 3, everything gets a lot more RNG heavy. At tier 1 and tier 2, the meat that you got from killing dinosaurs was always more expensive than the bait that you needed to catch it in the first place, so you were always guaranteed a profit on every single kill. Here, the bait is very expensive and the meat obtained is very cheap, so you're relying more on the big drops more than ever. Each of the tier 3 dinosaurs has a 1 in 1000 chance of dropping one of the 3 pieces to make the pterosaur more, and the same as all the other dinosaurs, they have a 1 in 101 chance of getting a Dragonmatic for you. The secondary drops you get alongside the meat in every kill are more valuable here than in the other 2 tiers, but as mentioned, the meat is no longer a source of GP, so we'll have to see how they balance out, as let's go and do 10 hours of tier 3 Big Game Hunter. Finally done with the last 10 hours. Tier 3 completed. Oh, we've got a Stone Spirit to finish this off. Anything any good? Necro Stone Spirits. Cool. Okay. Again, another interesting 10 hours of loot coming up. So let's go and see what we got. Right, with 10 hours of Tier 3 Big Game Hunter completed, in those 10 hours I managed to get 211 dinosaurs killed. There's a lot less walking in Tier 3 because they're just all a lot closer together than either Tier 1 or Tier 2, and those 211 kills are broken down into 71 Oculiapterosaur kills, 71 Pavasaurus Rex kills, and 69 Malatops kills. As you can see, much like in the other videos, I have everything down in my inventory, but unlike the other ones, at tier 3 you can get more different items, and so not quite everything fits in a single invent. So I've got 1,000,000 GP just in the coin pouch, which comes from the damaged dinosaur hide, and then the Arbok seeds are also still in the bank, but that's about 260k that you can add on. So let's look in the price tracker and see how much we made. 246 million GP. So add on the 1,000,000 GP that's in the coin pouch and the 200 and whatever it is K from the Arbok seeds, and we're closing in, like we're closer to 249 million GP. In these 211 kills, I managed to get myself 2 Dragonmatics, so normal service has resumed in terms of the RNG there, but a big stroke of luck, we managed to get ourselves the Volcanic Fragments drop from Malatops. As I said earlier, it's 1 in 1000, so that was very, very lucky. Not to mention that this is by far the most expensive of the 3 Pterosaur Maw pieces. As you can see, the meat is much cheaper than the input meat was. Lots of bones, of course, nearly 11 million worth of those. Of course, this 246 million GP figure doesn't include all the money that we have to take out from bait and from alking everything. So let's go sell everything and see what they actually sell for, take off the money from the bait, take off the money from the alking, and let's see what our final profit is from 10 hours and the total profit from 30 hours of Big Game Hunter. Alright, so everything has been sold now, and as I said at the beginning of the video, the money that we're taking off from meat is going to be fairly sizable for this video, just because it's so expensive, all the bait. In fact, we lost 23 million GP purely in the bait, so our final profit was 216,262,400 GP from 10 hours of Tier 3 Big Game Hunter, which obviously divided by 10 gives us a hourly profit of 21.6 million GP per hour. So again, pretty good. We managed to sell the uniques fairly close to market price. The Matoks have actually gone up in price since the tier 2 video, so I sold each one of those for 53.8 million, and the volcanic fragments went for just under market value at 100.1 million GP. So removing all the GP made in uniques, we actually only end up with an hourly profit of 856k GP an hour here. It's not always even been the case that you make money when you go dry here, but if you go dry, you're still making a little bit of GP, as well as the vast amounts of XP, which we'll get onto now. Same 5 skills as in Tier 2 Big Game Hunter, the Hunter skill, Slayer, Woodcutting, Fletching, and Herblore being the skills that we trained here, and in these 10 hours we got 5.2 million XP in Hunter, 988k XP in Slayer, 236k XP in Woodcutting, 7,358 XP in Fletching, and 82k in Herblore. Again, dividing some of those by 10, the big ones at least, Hunter is 520k XP an hour here, and Slayer is nearly 99k an hour. So, not bad training methods for either of those skills, but at least for Slayer, I would stick to training it the normal way. Now, let's bring it all together and take a look at the total profit that we made from 30 hours of all 3 tiers of Big Game Hunter. So, looking at the 3 values in terms of GP, we end up with a final profit of 665,896,168 GP made in 30 hours. So we're just over the threshold of 22 million GP an hour here. Remember, that tier 2 video was very, very fortunate, so don't expect that sort of money consistently all the time. And even this video had a bit of YouTuber luck with that volcanic fragment. But all in all, this is a very, very good money making method. No matter which way you go, as long as you do enough of them, you will balance out the drop rates and you will get a decent amount of GP across all 3 tiers. I hope you enjoyed going and doing Big Game Hunter. I really, really love doing it. It's one of my favourite things to do in the game. And of course, fair warning, if you're watching this anytime in the far future, the prices of these items will have all changed fairly drastically. So make sure you keep an eye on that when you're deciding whether or not to do this as your money making method. With all the GP I've made from here, I can go and buy myself a decent combat setup, so hopefully we will be seeing some combat related loot from 10 hour videos going forwards. Let me know what you want me to kill down in the comments, and I hope to see you for another loot from 10 hours video very soon. Goodbye.